Welcome to class this month. Just play. You want to play? You want to play? All right, so this month's theme is about play. And I think this is really fun because it's so easy for us to just like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Like trying to make it all super precious. So Rachel came up with this theme, and I hope you take it on the Cadillac and Tower. But basically, we're just going to have some fun playing with it. So on the Reformer, we play with some different variations, some exercises we don't normally do on the Reformer, just to like get out of our heads. On the Wunda chair, we're going to play with different vinyasas is the wrong word, but like vignettes, and also just some different variations we don't always do, starting with some footwork variation we don't always do. So one top, one bottom spring. If that's too heavy, you can do a middle bottom. You will actually start sitting at the back edge of your chair, and you can have your hands on the side of the chair or up to the sky, whichever one makes you feel like you have a little bit more length and strength. And you're going to push the pedal down and up, and it's going to feel really weird. You may want a sticky pad under your bum. And we're just seeing like, by changing where we are on our seat, like 6 inches, what does that require for us to recruit, for us to play around with? And then switch to your arches, and then reach and reach and reach. Good. Squeezing those legs tight together. And then onto your heels. Flex your ankles and reach. Push into the inner heel, keeping those legs tight together, lifting the crown of your head to the ceiling. Which one felt a little easier for you to play with? And then move halfway. Come back onto the balls of your feet. Push down and up. If you want to change your hand position, you can. We're just going to do 2 more. And then onto your arches and squeeze. Squeeze. Notice it. I feel like I'm leaning forward. I don't have a mirror, but I can just sense it. So try to keep your shoulders over your hips. It's so easy to like lean into the pedal. We don't need your upper body weight to do that. And then onto your heels. Trying to lift your hips away from your legs. And then slide to the front of the mat. And then go on to the balls of your feet. And we're just going to do 3 here, where we're at our normal spot, and then onto your arches, 3. Ooh, and onto your heels, 3. Your legs should be burning a little bit. And then pick toes, arches, or heels to do 5. I'm going to go into my arches because it is more challenging for me. 5 single leg. So if you always do your heels, maybe play with that. If you always do your toes, switch legs. 5. Woo! All right, now take your balls of your feet onto the pedal. Make sure you're sitting at the front edge. Legs together. Press the pedal down. Hold it down. Lower your heels and lift your heels. So the pedal stays down, but the thighs move. And then let the thighs be parallel to the floor. The pedal's hovering a little bit. And you're going to pull your toes up and push your toes away. So now the thighs stay still, but the pedal moves. If you're like, well, what is happening? And you couldn't get it, that's okay. You have your whole month to play with this. Woo! All right. Easier is laying on the longest version of your chair. Harder is laying on the shortest version of your chair. Here we go for the 100. Reach those legs out and pump your arms. And just play with it. What if you did 50 on the short side, and if you needed to, you switch to the long side? I bet you're stronger than you give yourself credit for. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be beautiful. No one's watching. One more cycle of breathing. Hold. Wherever you are, roll up to a teaser. Ooh, rest. Good job. All right. here we go. So I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can see this. We're going to play with our ab series here. I know we normally do, but you do want to be on the long side for this. It's already hard enough. And then you're going to bring one knee into your chest, one leg long, right? And I want you to reach that leg as low as you can go, maybe in line with your hip. And then you're going to pull that leg towards the floor, bend the knee, pull it in, reach the other leg out, press it down, bend the knee, pull it in, and reach. So you're doing like a bicycle. And bicycle. And we're not trying to take the leg up to the ceiling. We're trying to keep the bicycle low. Reverse, reach down, and back pedal is a little harder. All right, sit all the way up just for a moment. Just a moment, because it can get a little hard on the neck and stomach if you are not used to being up on the chair. Bend the knees in. Okay, so now we're going to take that same action, right? Same idea. It's not a bicycle though. This one's just going to feel a little weird. Heels together, toes apart. You're going to stretch your legs down towards the floor, arms up towards the sky, circle around, pull in. Reach those legs down as low as you can go, pull in. If you're feeling this in your back, go back to the normal version, but ideally you're pulling up in your center so your pelvis stays neutral and those hamstrings and glutes are taking your legs away from you. Awesome. Take a moment. So we're going to do a similar thing with our double straight leg stretch. If you're like, that was a little hard for my back, just do a normal single straight leg stretch, okay? So I'm going to skip that one. So normal single straight leg stretch is just this. Otherwise, here we go. Hands can be on the corners of the chairs or behind your head. I like to put them behind my head because I like to support my neck. Press the legs down and away. Bend the knees. Pull the knees in. It's just like we did on the single leg stretch. And then reach and pull. One more this direction. Reach and pull. It's like a mermaid's tail we're playing. Now reach those legs down, stretch them out, lift them up. Woo! Reach those legs down, stretch them out, lift them up. One more time. Reach down and lift. Great job. That was hard. That was hard. All right. So let's keep it on one top and bottom spring. However, because this is the month of play, if you want to play around with changing the springs, you can, and we might, depending on the exercise, but just know that like it's totally fine. If you're like, you know what, I want to see if I can do my pull-ups on one bottom, go right ahead. So speaking of pull-ups, hands to the back of the chair, feet on the pedal, shoulders over the wrists, head hangs, squeeze those legs together, and then come up. See if you can come up so high you could close the spring. Play with that. Oh, can you do it without leaning past your wrist? That's a little harder, right? So maybe you cheat a little bit today while we're playing. Oh my goodness. And then go ahead. Take one foot off and do two. Let that head hang. Just keep letting the head hang through your arms. It's tempting to put your chin on your chest there. Just let it, like, it's almost like you're trying to aim the crown of your head onto the chair, okay? Switch sides. Awesome. And again. Ooh. Good work. Good work. All right, so now you're going to take one hand a little closer to the center of the chair. Heels together, one arm off, and reach. If you want to take it out to the side, you can. I tend to take it straight forward, kind of like we're doing Elephant of the Reformer. It just keeps me from twisting. And here we go. Ooh, that's a different side. One foot to the floor. If you notice you like twist it on one side, feel free to do that side first, then the other side, and then go back to that side this month so you can play with your asymmetries. Okay, so here we are. Little story. Hopefully we get it all together on the first side and the second side correctly. So start with one foot on the pedal, hands on the chair, Achilles stretch. So we're going to press the pedal down and lift it up. The ball of the foot. We did this earlier. Now you're just playing with it and standing. This is not about overstretching the Achilles. It's really about connecting your booty to your feet And then you're gonna press the pedal down to stand up, shoulder over.